IBB has finally spoken. But many Nigerians believe that this has come too late in the day. You know, does it really carry any weight now, any real weight in shaping, you know, history or reconciliation?
From our own point of view, I don't think it's too late. It's good that it came at all. And of course, IBB occupies a primary place in the evolution, in the course of Nigeria's history. You know, what he did with that book simply means the creation of knowledge, you know, the production of knowledge towards sharing on an important aspect of the growth of the being and becoming of our nation. And we have seen leaders in the past who have been silent on their parts. Remember, Tunde Diagbo never, blessed memory, never told us anything about his contributions, as it were, his parts, as it were, you know, irrespective of the significance, you know, that his coming made, you know, when he did came. And of course, apart from what IBB has done now, the other president that I can remember that has actually contributed greatly to his election is probably Olusegun Obasanjo, and maybe to some extent go on through his institute. So when we have leaders, you know, coming out, you know, to express themselves, to provide insight on what transpired, you know, while they were in power, it is actually helpful to the stimulation of knowledge and to the education of generations of Nigerians, you know, towards what we could probably become in the future. So I think it's a mark of courage on his part that, well, is an octogenarian, and I mean, may God give him long life, you know, and we do not know when Almighty God will call on any one of us, including President Babangida, but that he has finally spoken on the controversial and never dying issue on June 12th is quite revealing, you know, quite educating. And I think, you know, like we often describe him, it looks like scoring another goal. For me, I was one of the angry Nigerians in the wake of the June 12th because I participated directly in it as a journalist, covering the election as it transpired. And I remember very clearly Area 10, the present headquarters of INEC, FCT, you know, that was where headquarters of NEC was. I remember how we were waiting for Humphrey Wilson to release the result, and it was quite disappointing as at the time they came to tell us, well, we're releasing the results in bits, sending it to our headquarters in Lagos, in Kaduna, as the case could be. You know, suddenly we were told that, you know, there was an order from above after Professor Owosu had visited Asorok, came back, there was an order that the result should be discontinued. And I actually covered Justice Basi Peme, you know, judgment that night, somewhere in Wuse to one small court there, when he delivered that midnight judgment. So I witnessed those processes, painful as it was, you know, disappointing as it was, you know. I think Nigeria also deserves commendation, right, you know, for retracing its step away from the trauma of that period, and for a principal actor in the creation of that trauma to come out 32 years later is fine, you know, it's welcoming, relieving, you know, and of course it leads us towards restitution. Right. You know, if for anything, I think it deserves forgiveness, you know. But again, it's an autobiography, you know. There's no autobiography that is completely clean. Autobiography is a work in public relation, an exercise in brand building, as the case could be, you know. So it's probably towards building his brand, but he's in trying to build his brand.
Building a laundering image?
No, I won't use that word laundering, but maybe brand building, public relations. You know, but in trying to do that, it's also providing education, providing information. To that extent, I think the former President Babangida deserves commendation, you know, for helping us, you know, with an important part of Nigeria's history.
Thank you.